One thing I will say is that when it snows around here, it really is beautiful. Whoa, oh, slippery. It's almost worth the cold. But we ain't going anywhere. We're kind of snowed in. The roads are really bad. We can't get off the mountain, so we're kind of stuck inside for the day, which I'm okay with.
We're already off to the races.
This is their first time in the snow together. Nellie, I think, is the only one who's actually seen snow, but they all seem to be liking it and having fun.
What happened, Sally?
You all done, Rezzy? You want to go back in? No? Okay.
You're silly. No, let me go. Let me go. Easy now. Easy now.
We're going to try and cook some potatoes in an interesting way today. We're going to use our ash bucket with all the coals in it to see if we can make some baked potatoes. Think that'll work?
Yeah. Do you think we should put another layer over top of them, or you think just...
I think just leave it like that because it's going to get pretty hot in there.
Okay. Very good. Let's try it.
Potatoes. They feel done.
Yeah, they look good.
Yep. Let's see how they taste now.
Okay.
Cooked in wood ash from our wood stove, or the coals from our wood stove.
I present baked potatoes.
Thank you.
Yeah. What a creative way to use our hot ash.
Taste test is what really counts.
Oh, you know, it's going to be a delicious potato.
Yeah, cooked all right?
Excellent.
I will be the judge of this excellence you speak of. Yeah, perfect. Nope, perfect. So, from now on, we need more potatoes so we can cook them in our ash bucket.
Okay. I like it.
That's good. Oh, we got a little bit of a problem this morning. It kind of sleeted last night, and the whole outside of the deck is just a giant sheet of ice, and we can't get the door open. It's we're afraid to push any harder because we don't want to break the glass, but we're trapped and we're out of wood in the dome. At least it's 5 foot away from me underneath, but we can't get to it. I don't know what we're going to do. The propane heater we had on full blast, but it started really burning our eyes, and it's getting a little cold in here. We're hoping someone can come help us chip the ice out on the outside so we can actually open the door and get out of here. You gotta go to the bathroom, Nellie? I know. I'm sorry, buddy. I can't get the door open. They're all just patiently waiting. Like, Dad, you know it's the time we have to go outside. Okay. Ah.
Sweet freedom.
Sweet freedom. It's cold outside. It's the last bit of food I got for him. I can't drive anywhere to get more, so I'm gonna see if I can borrow or buy someone off of one of my neighbors. I figure since we're using the wood stove, we might as well get more out of it than just heat. If you've been watching our videos for a while, our first year here when we were still in the camper, we made a dehydration rack by our first wood stove, and it worked really well. So I missed some of that dehydrated fruit. While Jess is at work, I'm gonna get this done, and hopefully she's as excited about it as I am because the dehydrated apples are delicious. Now, last time I remember we coated them with lime juice or lemon juice, one of them, to stop them from browning. But I don't have any, but I think it'll be fine. If they get a little brown, I think it'll still taste the same. We'll let them sit there for a few days and then I'll check back in on them. I'll share the results with you. I think it's going to work fine. If you have any other tips on dehydrating by a wood stove, drop a comment and let us know below. Well, I was pretty sure our water tank would be frozen solid. We only have about 5 more gallons of drinking water, and both stores that are in the town down the hill are either the shelves are completely empty or they're closed because the roads are just horrible. It's all right. You know, living off grid, you gotta kind of have to learn how to adapt to these situations. So. You don't get very much water from melting snow. This whole pot could be full, and we'll end up getting like 1/8 of a pot of water. You do what you gotta do though, right? How was work today in the snow?
It was very cold. It was very cold, yeah. And we had to just completely change the routine up, you know, because you can't have dogs out there that long in them cold temperatures. So it was a different day, but we got through it. Everybody's clean and fed and snuggled up in blankies for the night.
Just like we're gonna be.
Yeah, precisely like we're gonna be.
One thing that we are stocked up on is dried goods like beans and rice.
Yes, we have several, about 100 pounds probably, if not more, of dried goods, which is nice to tap into when you need some comfort food when it's -3.
Yeah, it's going to be in the negatives tonight, so it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
But at least food-wise, we were prepared, right?
Yes, certainly were.
I could eat. Jessica's more of the foodie. I'm more of the plain Jane. I could eat just plain rice and beans. She needs...
I can't stand that. I need lots of flavor. I like a lot of flavor. I like to cook good food. Variety of food. If I was stuck eating one thing for like several months, I would probably go insane.
I'd be fine.
But I guarantee you I would know every single way that you could cook that
Probably.
item if that was the case.
You do try to get creative with cooking.
I know.
Alright, well, I'm going to finish eating, and then we're going to batten down the hatches here and prepare for this really cold night, because last night wasn't as cold as it's going to be tonight, and it was a little bit rough.
We're getting 13 degrees colder tonight than last night.
Yeah.
And last night was really cold. I can't feel my feet right now. I can't wait to get them underneath the blankets.
Yeah. It's so quiet and peaceful out here. It's very still at nighttime. I mean, you hear the occasional coyote and wildlife running through the woods, but for the most part, it's just super peaceful. I love it out here. Ready to go in, Sally? Let's go. Come on, let's go inside. Come on. So last night was not easy at all. Even with the propane heater and the wood stove going, we were freezing. It was not comfortable at all. But it's not the worst part about this whole situation. I'm not sure if you can see in there, but there is all kinds of moisture just dripping down the outer cover in between the insulation and the cover. So what I'm guessing happened is the condensation from the propane heater that we had on all night froze when it got to the top and is now just melting in the sun today and dripping down the walls, which is staining our insulation cover thing here. It looks horrible. I'm actually really upset about this. It's like we can't catch a break. I feel like every move we make is just leading us to one more mistake or one more problem we have to fix. One thing I can promise you is things are going to change in the way we do things around here. We can't afford any more stupid problems like this. Well, all we can do is keep moving forward, right? I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's just frustrating. I'm just angry with myself because I feel like we could have avoided this problem. This is definitely my mistake, my fault. Another lesson learned. God, by the time we're, proficient at this whole lifestyle, we're going to be experts from all the lessons we've learned. We could write a book. Well, I guess tonight, no more propane heater, and we're just going to have to crank this wood stove as hot as we can get it. There you go. Oh, I got some eggs. Nice. Got 5 eggs. I'm not sure if they're any good because they feel frozen, but it's actually cool that they're laying, so in the spring I know I'm going to be eating a whole lot of duck eggs. I'm ready for spring again.
These nifty little gadgets are what we call growing up mountain pie makers. And on a fire, you can just kind of like they're little cast iron pots, and you just put any kind of hot sandwich you want in between some bread and just cook it right on your little stove or outside fire. And you have a hot sandwich in minutes. We're resorting to this a lot this winter because it's a great way to just kind of cook a quick meal and use our wood stove and fill our bellies.
And the great thing is, it doesn't have to just be a sandwich. You can put anything in it, from like...
Yeah, you can put pie. Like, you can use bread and put pie fillings in there and stuff like that. Make little dessert sandwiches and fun. It's like a Hot Pocket.
Yeah.
Homemade Hot Pockets. Be delicious. It's really good. These are really great, little quick dinners idea. I'm really thankful for these little mountain pie makers that come in clutch.
I like how they're sealed. Mm-hmm. Yep. I could eat like 50 of these.
Superior to a hot dog stick.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I'm gonna get creative with them.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to do that.
Yeah,
if you have any sandwich ideas.
Oh yeah, drop a comment. Let us know down below. We'll try it.
Yeah.
I know you want one. That's how cold it is inside. It was like this all night long. Jess is actually really sick right now, and stuck under the blankets till I get this wood stove going a little bit hotter, because
it's freezing.
Yeah, it's freezing. But this is the last day. After we get through tonight, we got some warmer weathers in the forecast for the next week.
I can't wait.
I'm over it too right now. Well, the apple's dehydrated perfectly. They're really good too. Yeah, phenomenal. Well, we're going to leave you here this week. It's been kind of a little bit of a different episode, but for the most part, we just tried to stay as warm as could be, which meant sitting in front of the wood stove or on the bed under the blankets, which didn't leave much to film, but I think you guys got a kind of understanding of how difficult this week actually was. I mean, just everything was frozen, very cold. It was a chore, but luckily the weather's changing tomorrow, and we're going to have a lot of rain, but at least some warmer temperatures. So we got to get this floor insulated before the next cold front comes in. Hopefully we don't have any more, but I'm not optimistic that that won't happen. Well, we love you. Jess is at work right now. She'll see you next time. And remember to keep growing, everyone. And we'll see you next Sunday. All right.